afternoon, good evening, or good night. This is Julie with JF Cree Freedom, and I want to give the Lord credit. Thank Him for blessing me with the words that He's placed in my mouth and pointing them this day over the nations and the kingdoms of the earth if they so choose to listen. To uproot and break down, to destroy and overthrow, to build and to plant. This Rhema message is from Friday, July 28th. And the Lord was talking about World War III and how it'll be kind of ironic. There'll be space for people to build houses and stuff, but it'll all be ruined. The land will be ruined because of nuclear. I'm sorry, I can't remember the word. It's been so long since I've been in America. Nuclear waste is what I'm trying to kind of say. So he said, and there is a nuclear reactor. I can't remember if there's one in Austria, but we have them in the neighboring countries, so they are surrounding Austria, at least for sure. We may have one in Austria, but I'm not sure. Nuclear reactor gone crazy, too toxic for this shiza, can't plant a condemned edible thing for years. Yeah, hun, it's gonna be bad. And no wonder the food crisis will skyrocket. All these picky people with their Beau sky-high standards, with no potential good food to eat in their view, will be freakin, hun. They will literally be freaking out. I just got to go off on someone's A-word, but who will it be? Y'all, babe. Yeah, so it happens to be true. The masses will go off on your A-words when they realize. What will they realize, babe? My babes of the hour. Yeah, everybody. They'll sadly realize that, you know what, boys? Those so-called love everybody stupid Christians aren't on board with our plan to save the world. We don't give a F what your condemned precious book tells you to do or not do. If you're not willing to help us save the world, well then, boys, how about it? How about we get rid of these idiots, literally? Yeah, babes, my babes of the hour. It's gonna be bad, dear ones. And can you think of another character in the Bible who wanted to murder his brother's A-word all for what, dear ones? Just because he had another row to hoe? Yeah, babes, my babes of the hour, think jealousy, my loves, in the worstest way possible. You, dear ones, or some of you anyway, are getting ready to make the sweetest sacrifice in your lives ever made for the great I Am. And no, dear ones, and here he laughs, I don't mean for you to go out and slaughter a lamb like she did all those many years ago. And those killings, dear ones? Did you sillily think she wasn't sad about letting her dear lemmy friends go into the other world? Sad, dear ones. Boy howdy und wie, my dudes and dudettes of the hour. She was so sad at that time to lose, yes, dear ones, a piece of herself. For did she get that type of lammy regard bleeding their sweet bleep from anyone in her life besides them? No, dear ones, and no. And did her parents care that she lost what was dear to her, my loves? Or that she lost something that was dear to her, my loves? But not at all, dear ones. For sure it was a big fat no. More like, let me laugh at my stupid daughter right now for being sad about a little insignificant lamb flesh. And you, dear ones, are you insignificant lamb flesh to me, sweethearts? But no, dear ones, and no. But not at all, sweethearts. More like, I'm not so sure I'm ready to shick these little lambs to the slaughterhouse just yet, but, well, it says so in my word. But, well, it's in my word, and yeah, babes, my babes of the hour, dear ones, let's not be naive as F and conveniently skip over parts of the book of Revelation you don't like, dear ones. Or he also said, you don't like to hear, dear ones. Rapture, yes, und wie. Dear ones, it will occur at some point, sweethearts. But let's just say, I'd like for you all to reach sweetheart status on that day, before that day occurs, like her. You get me, my loves? I know some of you at least get me. Here he laughs. Others, not so much. That's all right, dear ones, it's certainly okay. In my big, great, wonderful book of life, as it all plays out to, yes, dear ones, get misunderstood from time to time. For does she? It's a does, dear ones. This little filly has been pretty much misunderstood all her life, and well, let I Am give it to you straight, dear ones, on this one. Ready, my sons and daughters in the faith, This little big at times gal can get there for sure at times, when she doesn't put her trust in me, but rather places it in food. Anyway, dear ones, acceptance, my babes of the hour, she's finally ready und wie. Dear ones, to accept the fact that a little big Boaz of a man is ready to accept her and hers into his heart, for has he, dear ones? It's a has, my loves, seen her, yes, but whew. Boy howdy und wie, dear ones, how this little big dude in the spiritual realm, in I am's view, dragging, Hans. He's been dragging his little big feet on this one, dear ones. And did she not? She has been quite tempted, or he also said, she was quite tempted, dear ones, to that pitfall in her thinking for sure of, but I don't deserve him, Lord. And look at me, Lord, a trash bag of a used goods woman who, I can't do it, Lord, be a modern-day Rahab to such a sweet innocent man as this. Not, dear ones, and false thinking on her part, my loves. And a little extra hint to the online listening, knock our socks off with more info, please, Lord. Here he laughs. Yeah, babes, if you are one to me or not, doesn't matter so much, does it? Because, well, it's her video and you're listening anyway, aren't you? Despite some errors in your view. Much like her and her thinking, she doesn't deserve this man. And you, my loves? Or could be anyway. Do you deserve my love from a big Beau in the sky who, yes, dear ones, longs to impress you from time to time? So it happens to be true, dear ones. And you, dear ones, are you not rather longing to impress one another in a rather silly, look at my pecs, dear girl, check out these manly goods, and see what kind of skills I got going on for you? On the bedroom score, you sweet little damsel in distress. Now really, dudes, damsel in distress? Or has she rather been swept up into the great big arms of the great I Am this whole condemned time? Although, yeah, dear ones, it's for sure true, even she has had some trouble herself. Believing in these, sweet to her always, aren't I, Rhema messages. Too good, dear ones, she thought. She thought the info or intel in these sweet to her messages was too good to be true, dear ones. God, it just has to be, Lord. How the actual F, Lord, do you expect me to believe that young man is looking my way when it doesn't even seem as if he knows or acknowledges I exist? Yeah, dear ones, he's pretty slick on the checking a woman out in sleuth mode score, dear ones. Even more than an Asian man, dudes. And well, let I Am give it to you straight, dear ones. Once she had figured out the quietly look in her way, and usually on the mouthy score too, not mouthy at all, the way the Asian men operate. Unlike you dudes, my brazen at times with the way you approach a woman, Americans, but that's alright, it's part of your culture, but I digress. Anyway, dudes, careful sons. My sons of the hour, this crazy at times dude, thinking he just has got to be slick as hell with these games he plays on the Mädels. And yeah, everybody, he's a real heartbreaker in Vienna, in the worstest way possible, everybody. So let's not get it twisted on her A-word for this thinking, dear ones. Thinking in error und wie, everybody, in error, my sons and daughters of the faith. My sons and daughters of the hour. No, dear ones, and no, he's anything but perfect. But let's just say, dear ones, I am as ready and willing to work with him too, as I've done with her. And yeah, everybody, think these journal messages if you want to, dear ones, but her, babes. She, herself, and I will be the real conduits, dear ones, for this young man to, yes, dear ones, finally level it up. When it comes to his thoughts about her and hers, dear ones, and no, my men of the hour, I am as not suggesting anything sexual here, for when I say he's been a heartbreaker, dear ones, I mean it truly only in the emotional sense, dear ones. Killing them, my loves, this little big-chested man with some pecs to match the description is, well, let I Am give it to you straight, dear ones. He's been literally killing the Mädels in this city heart-wise for, well, decades, my loves. We are working our way into decades on this terrible score, dear ones. And yeah, just a reminder to you folks, I Am that I Am doesn't enjoy seeing one of his true sheep in the faith, or true sheep in the fold, cause harm to others, even if done in, well, mostly innocence, my loves. For does he, my loves, even realize what's going on in the girls' hearts and brains as he, yes, dear ones, chats them up, riesig, mega time, emotional expectations raised on their parts, and then falls back into, okay, B word, I need you to be silent now on this score when it comes to a possible us or we scenario, while I watch and wait for, what's he waiting for, dear ones? Yeah, babes, my babes of the hour. Anyway, dear ones, he's hoping against hope she'll slip up on his A word, say some terrible verbal vomit like she used to, so he can finally be justified in his wanting to actually, or so he thinks at this time, drop her sweet A word. Yeah, dear ones, it's bad, Hans. So let's not be one to her any more for this part of the promise, dear ones, for crickets, sweethearts. Let's be one to her on this score, everybody, and thrown off, dear ones, for sure, on this one, my loves. For a woman like her, he's never, and I means never, seen, dear ones. And yeah, babes, let's flip that phrase on its head, dear ones, in her case. Flips, dear ones. Her mind is doing flips constantly each Sunday of, he's not even looking my way at all, Lord, and condemn it, Lord, he's so smooth with all that he's on about, getting near me and sleuthing me in the sweetest way possible for a few of my convos. Yeah, dear one, so he's pretty slick, it's true, my babes. It's true, babes, my babes of the hour. And no, nobody, and I mean no one, except the great I Am, sweethearts, needs to be given out love star advice on their channels, dear ones, especially pertaining to her confused as hell A-word. You, dear ones, or most of you anyway, would for sure also be confused if you saw this odd, rarer than rare, the way this man operates. So don't, dear ones. Let's just not go there on her naive in this way, dear ones, really. She's anything but naive when it comes to men on this score, dear ones. And you know what, babes? The hour is turning and the clock is striking into a new hour on her, yes, dear ones, A-word. For does I am that I am not love all of you listening today? And wouldn't it behoove me to show you that, yes, you dark dudes and dudettes of the hour, I am that I am can absolutely use cuss words if I so choose to do. For does it smudge my righteous as F status if I were to do so? Not at all, dear ones, not at all. And this type of nuanced thinking, too scary to go there with our thoughts. Dear ones, really? Did I am that I am not ask your father Abraham to sacrifice, and he knew I meant him to kill, his son Isaac? Come on now, church. Let's level up a little bit to see that, yes, God can allow some of your precious, he also said. Yes, God may allow some of your precious to you so-called Christian brethren surrounding you in your daily lives to, yes, dear ones, perhaps die a gruesome death at the hands of another outbreak, satanically inspired illness. Gives me the creeps just to think how it's all being developed as we speak, Miteinander, dear ones. Now that's some evil. And you're worried about a few cuss words. Come on, church. The cuss words are used to, what am I doing, dear ones, with the intel and words? To just shock your socks off, dear ones? Or more like it, draw a few black moths into the scares me dawn light of, what hour is it again, dear ones? That's right, my loves, not much time at all, dear ones. None, not a zilch left time to play around on anyone's A-words or souls. And yeah, babes, my babes of the hour, the shocking your socks off in a bad way, I might add, dudes, here he winked. Words are not for you to go home and gossip about her all day or write her off for that matter. But just, well, bear with me a little bit longer on this score, folks, of who do you want joining you in heaven, dear ones, for that wonderful to you or seems to be so feast. And yeah, babes, my babes of the hour, let's just say some of you have seriously missed the point of what this Christian life is all about. But her, dear ones, she sees their sneaky techniques on the masses all the time and thinks, yeah, Lord, let yourself be and remain mysterious as hell to them if you so wish. For I don't blame you one bit for these slick moves of, what am I about to do, dear ones? That's right, my loves. Think rockin' and rollin', but not in a fun way. Here I could perceive he meant literally when the earth is moving back and forth, causing earthquakes or volcanoes to explode, all those types of things. Literally, he meant it literally as well. Not in a fun way anymore, my loves. And yeah, babes, my babes of the hour. Decades, dear ones. You've had decades, my loves, to, yes, dear ones, go crazy with all that rock and roll. And what did the masses do with their so-called freedoms, my loves? Also, I could perceive when he was talking about the rock and roll there, he meant like the times of peace. So, although everyone was partying, he meant like there was peace and no war for so many decades. That's right, dear ones. Orgies and orgies, multiple orgies of pleasure for the masses, consumers of America, and well, if we can't have it and hold it, then we'll just ruin our eyes and hearts as a result of, yes, dudes, porn consumption. It's ruining your soul's minuscule chances to step into my kingdom of light someday. Here he mentioned a very specific man's name, but I don't feel comfortable saying it out loud, but it is one of you. Dude, if you don't, yes, son, time to try and lay the trash down. And as she likes to quote Yoda from Star Wars from time to time in her real life, don't try, just do. Get there, my loves. She'll get there with the jokester jokes with y'all someday, but, well, let's let her see a few things start to manifest in her life before she... What, folks? Is that what you really want to hear, dudes? Another syrupy sweet kind of fake in the way she's acting like a perfect Christian woman on that screen in front of your faces? No, dudes, and no. Give her some time, my sons of the hour, or could be anyway, to collect all her shiza together in a move of, you know what, boys? I think I finally feel a little bit better. And yeah, my dark ones, her emotional lifestyle has been on par with yours pretty much this whole past year. Yes, dear ones. Are you dear to me? But I digress. Partially as a real result of, yes, dudes, being noted down on the let's get rid of this little annoying as hell B word, exposing Russia's next military moves, and well, what if it's our neck she exposes next? Really, my dark ones listening, is it really her exposing some things? Or is it not rather the great I am that I am can raise up another prophet like her if I so choose? And yeah, dudes, I actually wanted her place to be filled by a man, and she knows that. But, well, I'm not going to go into it, but I did have a dream about that years ago when I was still in the running, basically, to go full-time as a prophet. I did perceive the Lord would rather have used a man. It's not that he hates women. I could also perceive that for sure. He wanted to have a man to fill that spot. And to be receiving the words I received at that time, they were not very often, but he wanted a man to be in training as I was at that time. Okay, so he wanted a man, and it says, and she knows that, but well, weak men abound in this hour, dudes. Fill the earth, my men, in a sad, oh my gosh, I so want to date him. He's so cute and charming, but condemn it and suck me sideways if he's not treating me like shiza this go-round. Today, instead of what the actual F was that all about, Lord? And does he actually like me or not? The girls have been wondering on her dear Boaz's A-word of a man for quite some time, my loves. And yeah, babes, another reason her dear future Beau needs to get taken off the open singles dating market of Vienna. And soon, dear ones. For too much longer simply ignoring her A-word in her view, and well... Here he threw his hands up, like if you lost a game or something, both arms just go up in a big way. It's all over, folks, and the show is forby. No show to be had, and there, dear ones, is the terrible intel you wanted. Okay, and he has a very specific ending today for the whole audience. Love you all, dear ones, my dark ones included, or could be anyway. Tschüss, ciao, your big lover-dover in the sky, dear ones. Master of words, and well, let I am give it to you straight, dear ones. Yes, sweethearts, master of her life, dear ones. So let's stop wandering on her A-word. If it's really me, dear ones, it is, sweethearts, it is. Remember, to the faithful he shows himself faithful, to the blameless he shows himself blameless, to the pure he shows himself pure, and to the crooked he shows himself astute. God bless.